Good morning, everyone. I'm going to take a break here from checking some trail cameras to kind of fill you in on today's hunt. I was actually able to successfully harvest a deer we called Barney. We watched him all last year, all summer, and up until the day that I was actually able to shoot him. This deer was very consistent on cameras. He was one of the most consistent deer that we had, and we knew the area that he was, living in and hanging out in, and what scrapes he was using, what trails he were using. And we were actually able to, or I was able to sneak in there, do a solo hunt a few times, and the first couple of times were not fun. It was super hot out. It was the first or the second weekend of bow season. It was in the 90s, and we finally had a cold front come in, and the temperatures dipped below 50 at times and was consistently in the 60s. So I decided to go out there and try it, hoping that the weather change would get him up on his feet a little earlier, and got lucky and connected with him. Funny thing is, the name Barney. I know a lot of people are going to question why we named him Barney, but a little backstory. He bedded down in a little barn that we had behind the house. It was half torn down, but it provided a lot of shade, a lot of cover. So we put some cameras up in there and got videos of him, or photos of him, growing in the summer. And he was in there with another buck that I actually saw the same night that I shot Barney. And it all just happened to work out, and thankfully I was able to make a lethal shot on him, and we had to go back the next morning to find him. But hope you enjoyed the video, and hopefully we can get some more on the ground with the other guys. Stay tuned. Alright guys, I think it's October 5th, 6th maybe. I don't know, I think it's the 6th, I'd have to look. Basically we're out here, just parked the golf cart, and it's not as hot as it's been. The last time I hunted out here it was upper 90s and it was miserable, so we're hoping that Barney shows up tonight. We've had him on trail camera last couple of days, but the last time we checked, he was coming in at night in this corner working a scrape, so I'm hoping with the cooler weather dropped about 30 degrees from last week. Yesterday was in the 60s. This morning it was in the lower 50s. I think it hit 49 or 48. So pictures picked up on camera on the covert cell cams we got going. So I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that he comes out tonight. We have to move the stand again because the tree that I hunted out last time didn't work out. It was just too rough. So I want to make sure I can get in a spot where I'd be able to shoot correctly and not have to work against my setup. But I'm going to get on my gear, and we'll get out of here. It's about 78 degrees, so it's not cold, but it's not scorching hot like it was last time. So I got a couple 100-yard walk to take in. Hopefully we don't jump any deer up. Hopefully Barney's not too close, but we'll see. Wish me luck. Good afternoon, guys. October 5th, 5 o'clock. We're here after Barney again. I forgot my dark colored hat, so I'm hoping the white isn't too much, but I have to wear a hat because if not, I'd be sweating all down my face. My glasses will fall off. As I was getting set up, I had a doe come out of this thicket. I don't know what got her up, and she didn't look spooked or anything, but maybe she got thirsty. She went into the corner of this bean field here and went down in the woods towards the creek. I've been hearing stuff down near the creek bottom, and it sounds like rocks being tossed around. So I'm thinking there's a couple deer down by that water getting something to drink. I'm in kind of an odd setup with this tree branch next to me. I can't shoot out that way, and that's probably the most important spot to be able to shoot out of, but I'm Barney decides to come out. It's probably going to be close to dark, and I'm hoping he tries to come down in between this island and the woods. If he goes around me, I might be able to shoot behind me, but I'm not too sure. So we're settled in. Wasn't as bad as the last 2 times getting to stand in here, but it wasn't fun. Won't classify it as fun, because there's not any good trees in here. So gotta go with what I can. So we'll see. Stay tuned. Chasing Dream Outdoors. Yeah. I don't know where I hit him. That was Barney. I just shot Barney. He did what exactly I thought he would do. The shot sounded hollow, so I don't know if I hit gut. Oh my God. He came straight, did exactly. I had to crouch down to take a shot. But it's awful quiet right now, I don't know. He didn't run off as fast as I'd hoped, but I don't know. But I know I hit him. I'm just worried about the shot, because I had to crouch down. I wasn't as comfortable as I wanted to be. I'm gonna text Jacob. Yes, I knew. I had about 4 does come through. And last time when I first saw him, he came out with 4 or 5 does. And when they went by, I heard one lone deer back here. And as soon as I saw him right here at 46 or 36 yards, I knew it was him. He came through all this thick stuff. I don't know if the shot's on camera, just because of the angle, and I had to switch over real fast, and he heard me pull back. I'm hoping I made a good shot. I'm gonna give him some time. I'm gonna try to view the footage. Barney's down. Hopefully Barney's down. So I reviewed the footage. It's not good. I think he's gonna die. That gut shot deer. I can't catch a break, I'm telling you guys. I switched bows to get better penetration. And I went to a Muzzy trocar and I just shot a deer in the gut. I was crouched down. I had to crouch down about almost to my knees. And he wouldn't stop. And I just, when they're right there, man, everything's telling you to shoot, but I don't know. I think he's gonna die. He was a little quartered away, so I'm hoping I at least got liver. gonna get down, get out of here. We're gonna meet up with Jacob. He's almost home. And we'll review the footage on a bigger screen and we'll go from there. Whew, man, I hope he's dead. Alright, reviewing the footage. I think we're gonna let him lay. We're gonna go back and get on the big screen and see exactly how far back and how angled he was to see if it's gonna be a lethal tonight or a lethal tomorrow. So I'm hoping that this one, I know it's far back, because you can tell in the video, I basically yelled at him when I went rant, tried getting him to stop, and he didn't stop. And my hole for that shot was only about 7 or 8 feet, so I had to take the shot. If I was going to shoot him, it was going to be then. So I should have let him. Should have put the pin on the shoulder. I know I could sit here and talk about the shoulda, coulda, wouldas, but it's part of it. We're here at the golf cart and we're gonna pack his stuff up, go meet up with Jacob, watch the footage, and we'll check in with you. So we've been looking for a total of 5 minutes, and Jacob said he found him. He didn't go 80 yards. God. Oh my gosh. He didn't go anywhere. God, he's got mass. Well, he's been dead for a while.
Yeah.
I had to have hit something. Dude, I can see the tree.
%100% recording now.
It's a short
Just
recording.
don't move that much. Yeah.
Just went 20 minutes without recording. Alright guys, it's October 6th, a little past 11. Could finally say we got Barney on the ground. It was quite the experience. Lost a lot of sleep last night. Shot this deer around 7 o'clock. He came out with some does. Didn't make the best shot. He was quartered away just a little bit. We were hoping that I caught a little bit of lung or liver, which you can see the flies are all down on here on the exit hole. So I did get a lot of the guts actually, but we backed out as soon as I reviewed the footage. I went out back out there with Jacob and Willie, and we recovered the arrow, and the arrow was just covered in green gunk. So we knew it was a gut shot. We tried to be as quiet as possible, and that's one thing that we've learned over the years, because it happens. People will gut shot deer, and most of the time they won't go far because they're very uncomfortable, and they'll bed down as soon as they can. So we knew that was what's going to happen. The temperatures were pretty low last night. It did rain a little bit, but we came out this morning around 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, and gave him plenty of time. It's about 15 hours. And we were in the woods about 5 minutes. We kind of split up a little bit. Jacob walked where we last saw him, and I walked down toward the creek bottom where I could see a lot more and cover more ground with my eyes. And I was down there for probably 30 seconds and I heard whistling. So, and I knew he wasn't whistling because of blood, because I knew we weren't going to find blood. So it was successful. I'll call it a success. And a little backstory on the name Barney. I know it's kind of funny because thinking of a purple dinosaur, but during the summer we got pictures of this deer inside one of the old barns we got back in the woods, and Jacob noticed that when he was walking in there that looked like some deer had been bedding down in there. So he put a trail camera up, and we had this guy in full velvet and another 8-pointer that he ran around with, which is also a good deer. And actually saw that deer last night as well, about an hour before this one came out. So it all ended well, and I'm happy we got him on the ground and punched a tag in October. It's the first time I've ever done that. So yeah, here's Barney. Got it done, and hopefully the rest of the guys do just as well this year. Chasing the dream.